Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer, and today I have an order. It's from the Lion brand sale that happened right after the Premier Yarn sale. I didn't buy a lot. And also a couple of things that I did order got canceled and I was refunded. But I mean, that's all good. It's like I said, it's a small box. I can't actually lift the box because I don't know what happened to my elbow. You guys remember I cleaned my room, I think it was last week. And after I cleaned my room, my elbow started hurting really bad. And I was like, okay, actually both elbows were hurting, and then it just was just this elbow. And I don't know, I don't think you guys can tell, but there's like a good amount of swelling along here. We're going to chalk it up to autoimmune issues and say that it's some sort of flare-up. It's been really bad in my elbow for the past several days, and now it is traveling down into my hands and my arms. So grocery shopping yesterday was pure hell. Pure hell. I'm gonna laugh about it because smile now, cry later, you know. It's that kind of day. It's that kind of day today. And I was actually sitting on the couch debating whether I wanted to move or breathe anymore, because when you get those high paid days, you just don't know what to do with yourself, you know. And that's not all I've been doing though. There's a lot going on. Like I cleaned the room, and then I backed out immediately by the next day, putting together little man's classroom, which is so cute. And then we went and bought a filing cabinet, which the filing cabinet is really heavy, but Mr. Cinnamon and the people at the Creative Restore, Habitat for Humanity Restore, they loaded it into the truck, and Mr. Cinnamon unloaded it and brought it into the house. So I didn't actually lift any of that at all. But it was only $5 for a 5-foot tall filing cabinet for our classroom. So that's fantastic. And it already has his school books and stuff in it. And I'm waiting closer to September to actually buy any like pencils, coloring pencils, markers and stuff, because they go on sale for back to school. They really do. But there's always leftovers, and the leftovers go on super de-duper clearance. And so that's what I'm waiting for, to stock up from the clearance. And hopefully I don't miss the clearance. I don't think I will, but so yeah, that's what's going on. And then I decided I'm going to go grocery shopping because we were out of groceries. And I told Mr. Sim, I was like, I only need a couple days worth because I get paid on the 20th, you know. And so the intent was to only buy 3 or 4 days worth of groceries until I get paid. And yeah, once I got in the store, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do bigger grocery shopping because I don't want to have to come back in 3 or 4 days and do grocery shopping again. So we're walking through the store, and like there were things on the shelf that I needed that I would reach for and literally could not pick up. And could barely bring the grocery bags in. Thank God I have 2 very strong and willing children and a strong and willing husband who did most of the heavy lifting for me. But yeah, it was pretty torturous. So I'm not telling you that for any sort of sympathy, because that's not what we're after. I'm just letting you know, because I can see myself in the camera. I look bad and I feel awful. And that's where we're at today, and that's all I have to give. So we're not gonna put on any fake smiles. I'm gonna show you my yarn, and if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't. I did order, they had a clearance book. This book was Vanna's Choice. It says Heartfelt Gifts, and this was, there's not a price on this, and I didn't bring my phone. It was like $2 or $3, and I have like 5 or 6 Vanna White books from, I think, the 80s and 90s. Probably more in the 90s. Because it had, you know, the primary colors type stuff in there. You guys know what I'm talking about. The typical 80s with like the red, it was not even primary colors. What is that called? The cross colors? You know what I'm talking about. Those really popular, like hunter green and navy blue and like burgundy. You know, it had a lot of that going on, as well as like the teddy bears and the baseball. I have a bunch of those books. And this one is, not only is it a newer book, but it's to knit. It's heartfelt gifts to knit and crochet, comforting kids one stitch at a time. So I think this is the idea behind this book, is to donate things for donation, or create things for donation, which I have no problem with that whatsoever. Crochet granny square hat. That's a little weird. You know, you can make a hat out of a crochet granny square without actually doing all that. I learned this from another podcaster years ago. You literally just start off with a granny square and you do like 5 or 6 rows. And then instead of increasing in the corners, you just start doing the granny in the round, and it creates a hat. And I saw Llama Mama Kayla was making one on her channel the other day. By the way, did you see she called me out? First of all, I'm watching Kayla, right? And I'm just minding my own business, sitting on the couch crocheting. And then I didn't realize that she still had Easter bunnies behind her in her video, right? I'm just minding my business. I don't even look at the TV sometimes. I just listen to her talk, okay? I was crocheting. Some of you don't even know what I look like because you don't look at me. You look at your crochet. I know. I see you. So, she's all, yeah, I still have my Easter decorations. She's all, so does Cinnamon Stitches. She was to, and I was like, don't you call me out. I literally said it out loud. Like like she was sitting across from me. I was like, don't you call me out. You mind your business. As a matter of fact, what's hilarious about that is I had just earlier that day put my Easter decorations away, so I had to laugh. And the ridiculousness of still having, I mean, I took the Easter decorations down and I immediately replaced them with some Halloween stuff that I purchased. So, unless she's got a pumpkin out, I got Halloween decorations up. I like premature Halloween, okay? We call it Summerween over here. This is kind of cute. I don't like that granny square one I showed you. I would not make that. So these hats are funny. I guess, you know what? I'm not going to knock these hats because I literally made a big furry yellow hat to look like Big Bird. So I ain't gonna say nothing. I probably would make those hats and I would probably wear them just to make somebody else smile. So there's a lot of hats in here. There's a bobble hat knit. I didn't know you could make bobbles and knit. I can knit, but I'm really limited with what I know about knitting. Oh, that's so pretty. Knit Diva scarf. Isn't that beautiful? I think I do better with knitting when I'm just playing. There's a lot of knit in here. Does Vanna White knit or no? Because I just thought she crocheted. There's slippers in here. Crochet sampler blanket. That would be fun to do. I mean, Jujus Stitches has like 100 patterns on her sampler blankets, but that's more of a square thing. Crochet security blanket. These are very easy, like double crochet type deals. Half double crochet blanket for teens. He looks sad. It's just half double crochets. I think what's more important than the stitch that you use in a blanket, I mean, stitch can make a big difference with blankets. I think what makes a bigger difference in a blanket is the colors. I mean, if it's the person's favorite colors and it's soft and squishy, it's gonna make them happy. Knit Ripple Afghan. That's really pretty. He looks sad too. That makes me sad. This is pretty. This is mitered square. Jujus Stitches has tutorials for mitered square. This says log cabin, but that's just a mitered square. Alright. And then it talks about the Vanna's Choice yarn. I don't like Vanna's Choice at all. And every time I come across Vanna's Choice, like if I buy yarn in a bucket from like a thrift store or something, I immediately pass the Vanna's Choice on to someone else because I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels at all. It feels kind of rough to me. I would not, absolutely would not use it for donations at all. I would use something much softer. And if you like Vanna's Choice, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. We know that Jennifer has skin issues. Jennifer has sensory issues, and it is what it is. All right, now what did I order? I didn't order a lot. I ordered 1, 2, 3 different types of yarns. I tried to get the sheep cardboard shelf because I thought it would be fun to put together on camera and just to show it, but they canceled that part of my order, so I didn't get the sheep shelf. Honestly, I wouldn't keep it because cardboard actually attracts bugs, and so I wouldn't keep it, but I would have put it together and played with it and did something fun with it. Alright, I got Go for Faux Thick and Quick. I got 2 of these. This is the color Pink Poodle. I don't know what I did with it. I got some of this in a different color, I think, in a Line Brand mystery box recently. I don't know what I did with it. I put it somewhere. It might be in that bucket. But I wanted the pink because the pink is pretty. And I thought that would be really pretty to make a pink fuzzy hat. Or to put trim on a sweater that I'm currently crocheting that I'm not going to show you. But the Cinnamon Buns, the paid members of this channel, have seen they literally just seen me starting the collar because that's the last time I posted. I got a lot of work done on that though, and it's turning out beautiful, but like a furry pink edging would be really pretty. I don't think I'm going to do that though, but a lot of people are like, what do you do with that stupid fuzzy yarn? And I'm one of those people who's like, I don't like that fuzzy yarn, and I keep buying it because I have ideas. I mean, you could even make a pink fuzzy chicken or a little pink bird. This stuff is super thick, so it's going to work up real fast. It's similar to the Big Bird yarn because of how thick it is. It's only 24 yards, so it's not going far at all. And it's Jumbo 7. It says use 19. Yeah, it's the same thickness as the Big Bird one, except it's like a powdery pink. And then I got 5 of these because very often I will buy a couple of, like, I'll buy 1 or 2 or 3, but when you're buying bulky yarns, you actually need more than that to make something small, even because the yardage is like 64 yards. This is a super bulky 6. This wants a 9mm hook, but I've worked with Hometown yarn from Lion Brand, and I like it, and it makes quick work of stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to do with only, what, 5 times 6? 30, it's like 400 yards. This ain't going to make a whole lot. It might make a scarf. It might. It's not going to make a lot, but it's pretty. So this is the colorway Jacksonville Taffy. And the Hometown yarns are named after states, generally named after states in the United States. But I think I have seen a couple that had like worldly names. Like, I'm positive there is a Toronto and a Quebec colorway of one of these. So it's really pretty. And I actually have some yarns that I could blend with this. They're back there somewhere. It's not Lion Brand. These are 100% acrylic, by the way. It's Cascade yarns, but it reminds me of this. So I got 5 of those. And these yarns were all under $3. I want to say they were all under $2.50. With the exception of this one. This one was 3 something, I think. I don't remember. When this yarn came out, I was actually offended by this yarn. Okay? And, you know what? I think I have one out. Let me grab one so I don't have to take it out of the wrapper. I did in fact have one. Mine looks different. Alright, so Yeah, it's the same. So this is the ice cream roving yarn. When this came out, it was a Michaels exclusive. And it was like $12.99. $12.99 for this little tiny ball. Which I have noticed, like a lot of the Karen cakes are coming out at $12.99. Like, dude, these used to be $7. They literally have almost doubled the price on most, like, the Michaels specifically yarns. And I wanted it because I saw it online. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. And then I felt it in Michaels and I was like, oh, it's really soft, okay? And it's roving, which I like. Roving, and it's got beautiful colors. And I like all of the Lion brand ice cream yarns that they have come out with over the years. They have had, and they've discontinued a lot of them. They've had a cotton version, which the cotton wasn't my favorite. It felt a little rough to me, but a lot of people were making baby items out of it. They had an anti-pilling version, which came and went as fast as it came out. Like, it was like a year, if that, on the market. And I don't think I ever did get any of, I might have a couple. I might. I don't think I have them though. That's what happens when you do mystery boxes. You forget what yarn you got rid of. So this one actually says $11.99 as the price on it, because that tells you I bought this at Michaels. I waited till I had a 40% off coupon to buy this though, because I was not, and I still to this day will not pay full price for this. I think $12 to $14.99 is way, way, way too much money for what this is, okay? So I wait until it goes on clearance, which Lion brand does frequently, and I snatch up a couple and I add them to the hoard, okay? And I knew that I already had a couple of the Chuckles because I think I got the Chuckles in a mystery box or a mystery bag or a Santa sack or one of those. I think I got a couple of these in that. I may be wrong. I don't know. All right, so I'm trying to determine, the label looks slightly different, and it's not. So this is 437 yards of a 100% really soft roving acrylic. Roving just means it's not real twisted. Like, it's, I mean, it is twisted, which is not a typical roving, but it's not, it doesn't have like a visible twist on it. And it has a tendency to go thick thin. That's just the nature of roving. So like I said, these were like, I want to say $3 a ball, $3.50 at the very most. So I bought 3. Didn't spend a whole lot. One thing I'm going to complain about with Lion brand that Premier Yarns does right, okay? You can earn rewards points on Lion brand's website and you can get coupons, okay? But they count them as a coupon, not a reward, which irritates me because everyone else in the free world, well, at least in the United States, rewards points are usable, period. Well, Lion brand only lets you use the coupon for your rewards that you earned if the thing that you're buying is full price. So I have several times got my coupon and never used it. And then my rewards are disappeared because I didn't pay the full price. I instead bought things that were on clearance or on sale, which Premier Yarns, every other company I have ever bought from, rewards are rewards, period. They're not a coupon, they're not a discount code, they're a reward and labeled as such. So that irritates me to no end with Lion brand. I love Lion brand yarns though. There are so many Lion brand yarns that I just really, really love. Like the jeans yarn, super soft. The Color Theory yarn, is that the right name? It pairs up beautifully with the jeans yarn because it's almost like it's the same yarn base. Beautiful yarn. I really like all of the ice cream yarns. The Hometown is good. The Hometown is good. It's not my favorite. It comes in beautiful colors. It works up fast. It's not the softest, but it pairs up really good with like some other yarns that I have. I mean, these colors are kind of crazy together, but this is Kaleidoscope. This has probably long been discontinued by EYB. But like I said, I also have a Cascade. I think it's Cascade Big Wheel. Pairs up really good with this. And it's more of a sturdy yarn. a quick workup yarn. So I use it for quick projects. I don't use it for something I'm gonna wear generally. You could probably make a sweater out of that, but for me and my skin issues, it would be really, really itchy. It's just not soft. It's slightly prickly to me. So that's what I bought from Lion Brand. See, I didn't want to come in here and make a video because I was not feeling real good, but now I feel better that I made the video. And the book retailed for $15, and I think I paid like $2 for this book. And they had a couple of different books in there. I don't very often use patterns, but I will look through these books and it will give me an idea of other things I can make. Or give me an idea of, well, I can do that if I just, you know, and then I look over the pattern and then I do my own thing anyway. But I will use it for inspiration more than anything. I really do like this Diva scarf though. I think that's really pretty. I just would use way, way different colors. What stitches do they use? Let's see. Knit 2 together, I can do that. Purl 3 together, yarn overs. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything in there that I cannot do. It would just be a matter of keeping track of my rows, which I'm not real good at. Which is why when I knit bigger projects, I tend to do it out of my imagination instead of off of a pattern, because I don't... My brain goes into 8 different directions all like at the same time. And so if I'm trying to follow a pattern that I find like new or complicated, or there's a lot to keep track of, my brain just shuts down. It's like, yeah, we can't do this, and it's not enjoyable for me. So if I'm going along and I'm making something on my own and I'm making up the stitches as I go along and just changing it and see what happens, I am more apt to stick with the project, especially when it comes to knit. Although with crochet, it's the same way. Excuse me. So, that's it for today. I don't even have any tea to drink. But I am drinking water. It's just in the other room. My cup is heavy. And I didn't want to carry it. I am drinking the Wylers light water things that I showed you guys in yesterday's video. I'm going to give you an update because I updated in one of the comments. That's another thing. I am trying to read all the comments. I am having a really hard time commenting back. So I'm not even commenting back to the members video, or the members video. I haven't even commented barely anything in the past couple of days because I'm in a lot of pain. I am trying to read them as I go through. So I'm not ignoring anyone. I just want you to know that. I'm having a hard time right now with my body. What was I saying before that? The waters. I actually liked the Wylers light flavor. They're the TikTok flavors. And it's based off of TikTok videos, I guess. I don't know. They are so good. I've been drinking 3 glasses of water a day, and my glasses are 40 ounces, so I've been getting a lot of water in my system. It's not like 3. I don't drink them all during the day. I drink 2 during the day, and then I fill up my cup before bedtime, and I finish it the next day. So technically, I'm drinking like 2.5 of those big. So 80, 90, about 100 ounces of water a day. That's pretty good. I'm not drinking anything else other than that. So the banana is probably one of my favorites. So there's a blue pack and a pink pack, and I think the blue pack has lime, mango, peach rings, banana. That's all I can remember. And then the pink pack, I think, has cotton candy, unicorn, mermaid. I don't remember what the other flavor is. The cotton candy is so good. And it says 0 sugar, but there's trace amounts of sugar in them. But like a little bit, that they can't technically call it sugar. Or don't have to by law in the government, which is stupid. The banana, the lime is really good. I don't like the flavor of peach, so I'm probably not going to drink those, but Mr. Cinnamon loves peach. And then I haven't tried the mango either. The cotton candy is so good. And I can't remember if it was the unicorn or the mermaid, but one of them tastes like grape Kool-Aid, which is not my favorite, but it's like grape mixed with something else. It's not horrible, it's just not my favorite. And then the other one, either the mermaid or the unicorn, I can't remember, is it's like it says it's tropical flavors, but to me it tastes like cotton candy mixed with like mango or something. It's so good. It's so good. So I've been drinking the heck out of those. I actually went on Amazon. I went to order more, and I will link them below. And apparently the company's like, yeah, you're only allowed to buy one of these at a time. And I'm like, Amazon's limiting me to buying one at a time. So I placed one order from one company, and then I went back on and I placed another order for the same water drinks from another company. And yeah, don't tell me I can only have one. I'm buying two anyway. So yeah, I definitely recommend those for our drink of choice today. If you're trying to drink more water or something, those water packets are really good. I also really like the icy brands that Christine sent me. It's funny because I first of all, Juju tried to get me to try a bunch of different water flavorings and syrups and stuff, and most of the ones she likes, I was like, I don't really like that, and I don't like the fake cherry. She loves the fake cherry, but I like the icy flavored cherry because it's like it's more maraschino than it is like cherry Kool-Aid, you know, which is funny because I grew up on cherry Kool-Aid, but as an adult I don't find the flavor, I just don't like it. And so we would buy all these things. Juju was like, I saw this on here and I saw this on here, we should try this. And so I was buying all these drink mixes for her and I to try, and I didn't like most of them. And it's funny because you guys sent me some and I liked almost every one of them that I have received. I'm like, ooh, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying drinking my water. That's it for today. Might as well put my yarn back in the box till I find a place for it on my shelf. I didn't buy a whole lot, so it's not like I have. And I'm keeping some of these in plastic because I'm gonna throw that in there too, because that probably needs to be in. This one needs to go back on my shelf. Yeah. So today's agenda. Oh, I have to tell you guys a secret. I bought myself a bike. For a couple reasons. And I know this has nothing to do with Line Brand. So if you want to turn off the video now, go look at Line Brand or go look at the drink mixes. I will not have hurt feelings. This is just a little blog section of the video. I bought myself a bicycle. And the reason I bought myself a bicycle is because I have always loved riding my bike. When I was a little girl, I was never as free as I was when I was riding my bike, and we would drive all over God's green earth, and my mom never knew where we were. And it was usually me and my best friend Ricky. And we would go here and go there, and we would just be, and sometimes I just went by myself. And that has gotten me into trouble because I have been off gallivanting on my bike and I've gotten hurt and had to try to find a way home. Walk my bike because one of my bikes, because I was so rough, I was a tomboy. I had a boy's bike. It was a BMX. It was a black and gold BMX dirt bike. It's all I wanted for Christmas one year. The chain kept popping off. The chain that, you know, helps you pedal. And I don't care where I was at, that chain would pop off. And I would have to find a way to either fix it on the side of the road or try to get it home carrying the back wheel up. You know. And I had that problem for years. And one time I actually got hit by a car. But it was a parked car. The guy was sitting in his car and I came flying up the road and he swung his car door open and I went flying across the pavement. And he hit me hard enough with his car door that the bar across the center of the bike hit my inner thigh and left a black bruise for weeks. That's how hard he hit me with his door. I don't know how someone does that, but yeah, it was. And then he's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm bleeding from my elbow, I'm bleeding from my knee. Like, my leg is killing me because the bike, you know. And I'm sorry. Like, do you need help? And I was like, no, stop touching me. I don't know who you are. You're a stranger. I'll get home by myself. And I got up around the corner, and my mom just happened to be driving by with my grandfather and threw my bike in the truck. Thank God, because I was nowhere near the house. She didn't care. She did not care. We just went all over the place. We would tell her we're going to X, Y, and Z, and we didn't always stick by that. And then we told her we'd be home later, and she just didn't care. We just were gone. That was the fun of the 80s, huh? Freedom on her bicycle. Anyway, little man really likes his bike, and he had a little bit of freedom. He was cruising the neighborhood. We had walkie-talkies, and it was cool. And then when school let out, all of a sudden, he didn't want to ride his bike anymore, and I still don't know why. And I don't know. I know that he doesn't like bugs, and I know that the heat is real, like, it gets real hot in the summertime, and it's too hot to be riding bikes. But I figure the fall is coming, and if I can get myself a bicycle that I can actually ride, it's a 3-wheel bicycle, it's a trike. It's meant for fat people. It's the best deal, and I have been watching for a trike for myself for probably 5-6 years. No, it's been longer than that. It's probably been about 15 years. Because before I got pregnant with little man, I had a recumbent bike, like an exercise bike, and I used that to keep myself in shape. And I would ride 15-20 miles on that thing in a night. And it's just, you know, I would put on my headphones and I would just, it's just an exercise bike. But I wasn't going anywhere. I want to go places. Sitting staring at the wall is not fun. So I have been looking for a bike that fit a fat person that holds over 300 pounds for years, but they have always been $600 and up. That's a lot of bicycle, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it long term because of all my health issues, right? I saw a bike and it showed up in my feed, and it was, I think it holds 450 pounds, which I'm nowhere near. And it's a trike, and it was on clearance for $275. Which is a lot of money for a bicycle. But if it prolongs my life, it makes me healthier and feel better, and I'm out in nature with my son, that can be physical education for him. It could be mommy's time out of the house, getting some fresh air and exercise. So it actually got the shipping label today, which is Monday, because I'm recording this yesterday. And it should be here hopefully by the end of the week or the end of next week. It's coming FedEx, and I hope FedEx is terrible in this neighborhood. They cannot find an address to save their lives. And I know that my neighborhood is really stupid because every street has the same numbers. So my house number is on every street in my neighborhood. I understand that might be confusing. I ordered something from Amazon a couple weeks ago. It was a cursive book, okay? They took it to the house down the road. The address was nowhere near my address, but it was the same street. So Amazon was like, screw it. I found the package because I went driving up and down the street looking for it. I went up on these people's porch, and I'm going to knock because I need my textbook for my kids' school, right? I've done this in the past before because I've had people open up my packages because it got accidentally delivered to their house. One neighbor down the street particularly. They opened it up thinking they were going to keep it, and they're like, oh, this is baby clothes, so I'm going to take it to them because they probably need it for their baby. It was a Christmas present for my son from my dad when he was a baby. And they opened it up. Every single parcel in there. I was so irritated. Like, you saw it didn't have your name on it. Oh, our kids did that. Your kids didn't do that. You were hoping you were going to get something good, and it was baby clothes. I was so irritated. So I went looking. I posted on the neighborhood community board. Nobody responded. So I went looking. I'm like, there's my package. Because Amazon takes a picture, you know. I was like, I recognize the bottom of that door plate. I walked up on the porch. I knocked. Nobody answered. Oh my God, that house was, I don't know how that house, I live in an HOA, a homeowners association neighborhood. They're supposed to be like, oh, you need to cut your grass. They don't do none of that. They take our money, and apparently there's corruption on our board and they've been stealing money. So they're under investigation, and they're going to switch us to a management company, which means I can't wait to get out of this neighborhood because I don't want to deal with no management company. I knocked on the door and I'm like, you know, nobody answered. I looked down, I took a photograph of my picture of my package with my name on it on their porch, and I walked off their porch with my package. And nobody said anything or accused anybody of stealing packages. So I'm like, it's my package. Like, it's got my name on it. But their porch was like, I was scared stepping onto their porch because the steps were, I don't know how Amazon even got on their porch to deliver it. The steps were broken and sagging, and like the banisters and the rails were all caked out. It looked like a crack house. And it shouldn't be like that in this neighborhood specifically, because the HOA should be like, hey, you need to fix your house. They don't care. But I tell you what, if you leave your garbage cans on the front of your house, they will write you up. Why? I don't know. Why that one? Why that rule? I cannot wait to get out of this neighborhood. It was really cool when we first moved in. They were really laid back. But because, like, nobody wants to do the work, new people are constantly filtering in as the HOA president and the HOA vice president and the treasurer. And when new people come in, they want to change things up because of their... And there's a lot of politics going on in this area because I live so close to Washington, D.C. Everybody is political. I hate that. I hate that so much. So they try to run their agenda, and I'm like... So yeah, all that to say I ordered a bicycle. And I'm really, really excited. And if I'm going to have Little Man help me put it together. And then I'm going to test it, and hopefully I don't break it. Or put it together correctly and it's a functioning good bike. I'll take some pictures of me with my snazzy new bicycle. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about my bike. I have wanted a bike for so long. When I got pregnant with Little Man, I was riding that bike every day. I continued to ride it through the pregnancy, and then I continued to ride it after he was born for a long time until the seats started to peel off and like it started to like I rode that bike, and I believe the last mileage I checked on it, I rode so many miles on the bike I could have ridden from here to Michigan, which is crazy to me. That's how many miles I put on the bike. And then it just became to where it was not, I had to get rid of it because it was starting to not function properly. And I've always, ever since I just have wanted a bike. Mr. Cinnamon bought me a cheap bike from Walmart, and I rode it a block and the wheel broke. And so he called them and he's like, the wheel broke, it wasn't supposed to break. They sent me a new one, and now I'm scared to get back on it because I'm like, no, because if the wheel broke, I don't trust that bike, and I have not been back on it. I need a bike for a fat person, not just a regular old bike, you know. So, yeah. So there's that. That's what's going on today in Cinnamon Stitches land. Whole lot of everything, and you know, I'm trying to finish my beautiful sweater to show it to you by Monday next week. I don't know if I won't be able to because I'm having so much pain in my arms and my hands, and even my neck is hurting real bad. My head is hurting, but all I want to do is finish that sweater because it's turning out so beautiful, and it's already like, I want to say almost 3/4 of the way done. It's just gonna be a short sleeve sweater because I don't like long sleeves, but it's beautiful. I'm making serious progress. What's the matter? You breathing heavy at Mama? Bentley is back there in his doggy bag. I don't think you guys can see him. Oh, there he is. Bubba's. Bentley. He's all, no, I'm not lifting. See, I can't see because this whole section of my screen is covered in menus and stuff for the camera. So like I can't even see any of this part of the room, and I can't see right here. And up here is a bunch of stuff. So Tells me how many hours and minutes I have left on my card. Apparently my Bluetooth is on. This tells me product showcase is on, so that when I do this, it focuses between the two. And right here is a tripod thing. I know you guys can't see none of that. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff you guys wouldn't understand. It's a camera thing. Autofocus, channel 1, channel 2. These are speaker things. My face blurry thing is off, so you know the beautifying effect is off. This video, this clip is 25 minutes long. But the video itself will be longer because I stopped to go get yarn, so yeah. No, I know you didn't care about any of that, but I said it anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I will see you in the next one. I have a couple of orders in the order sphere. Mr. Cinnamon ordered me a couple of yarns from Michaels. And what's funny is, I know, I said I was going to let you go, psych. Somebody said that. Like, she psyched us 3 times. That's what I do sometimes, because my brain is on to the next subject. Mr. Cinnamon was going to take me to Michaels the other day, because I tried to place an order for a couple of yarns, and they canceled my order like 9 hours later, and I was so irritated, because I swear to God, Michaels and Joann's in my area will cancel your order repeatedly, even if the stuff is in stock. It drives me crazy. And he's all, well, I had a really, really bad day the other day. Like, it was the kind of day, like, you don't know if you want to wake up the next day, because it was so bad. Like, it was bad. And I did wake up the next day, and Mr. Cinnamon's like, why don't we go to Michael's today? I was like, I don't really want to go to Michael's. They canceled my order. I'm mad at Michael's. I have not been to Michael's. I have not been going to Michael's at all this year. I think I've been like 2 or 3 times in the entire 2024. And he's all, let's just go see. I'll buy the yarn. I was like, they're not gonna have anything. They canceled my order. So we went, and they were empty. Like, there was no yarn anywhere in that store. They compressed it down to 1.5 aisles, and it used to be 3 aisles. And the center section of the store always has like Karen displays and like new yarn display, and all of it was just empty. And I'm like, I'm so tired of seeing this. I'm gonna predict that Michael's will be out of business in the next 2 years, because they're not keeping up. And so I told him, I was like, I told you they had some really cute Halloween stuff though. And so he actually bought me a statue for my it's on my mantle right now. It's a frog with like a gravestone behind it, and it says a wicked witch and a grumpy old toad lives here, and I loved it. It's so pretty. I was like, I need this, I need it. And they had some really, really beautiful Halloween decorations that I wanted so bad, but their prices are crazy. I'm like, I'll wait till they put them in the boxes after Halloween, because they ain't gonna sell all this crap. There's no way. And they had like a whole section of just white Halloween decorations. I was like, I need it. And then they had some fornicating skeletons that Mr. Cinnamon, I was like, they're boning. I said that to him. I was like, look, they're boning. And he thought it was hilarious, so he took a picture of it. He's laughing. He's all, that is so funny. Not that they were doing that, but that I said that they were boning because they were skeletons. He died. He laughed. He laughed so hard. He became a skeleton. I put him up on the shelf. So, yeah, Michael's was a bust. But he, and what's stupid is Michael's took my coupon. So I had a really good coupon. And I tried to use it. And because they canceled my order, they also took my coupon. So I've told you guys in the past, my husband also has a Michael's account, and he had the coupon in his account, even though they took mine, which makes me another reason I'm mad at Michael's. And then he placed the order I paid for it, but he placed the order for me through his account with his coupon, and then he got rewards, which he used the $10 rewards off on the statue, which was also 30% off at Michael's, so it was only like $11. because there's no way I'm paying $30 for that little tiny thing. Was not happening. So yeah, I do have, like I said, I have a Michael's order coming in. I don't remember what else I have placed an order for. My bike. I don't think you guys want a video on my bike, but I will definitely show, at the very least I will show the members my bike when it's all put together and I can ride it functionally. Oh, I also have a Happy Planner order that's supposed to, has not shipped yet. It's supposed to be coming, and that will count as like a homeschool video, because everything I got is going to go into the homeschool area, into my new filing cabinet. I'm really excited about that. And I was hoping that my filing cabinet was big enough to put my United States map on, but it's not. So I don't know where I'm going to put my map, but I could always put it on the table, but then it's going to get tore up. I don't know. Anyway, with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm really going to shut up this time. I will see you in the next one. I don't know when or what that will be, but I will definitely see you then. And thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about all of my crap. And I will see you then. Bye, guys.